welcome along and welcome back to the old farm countryside where we are working our way through a start from scratch. We have, well, I've started on field 33 as you can see. We've got oats in here. We're currently nearly halfway through the second headland. This is not going to be the focus of today's video. We're going to get the headlands out of here. But as you can see, the trailer is sitting on its own over there. That's because we've taken our Fiat back to the shop. We're going to go and get ourselves a baler and start baling our other field while our combine works here on a hired worker. Shouldn't be too much work on a hired worker here. Won't cost us too much. It's not quite as big a field as the other one. In actual fact, we should find that we're not going to get as much crop, anywhere near as much crop off here, because oats have a horrible level of yield. The yield is not great, and I don't actually know what the yield is on this field at the moment. So yeah, the yield is not fantastic. I think we're probably going to get maybe a trailer and a half. Sorry, 2/3 to 3/4 of a trailer off here, and yeah, as I said, the price then on top of that is not great either. So it's all kind of a little bit iffy from this field. But as I said, we are gonna get our second load of crop in pretty quickly after we've cleared these 3 fields of crop. We should be able to hopefully pay off a big whack of our loan that we took out, the 100,000, because if we can minimize the amount of interest and the amount of cost we have on that, that would be great. Field 34 has a yard, a pre-built yard embedded in it. I'm wondering how much that area costs, because that might be a good area for us to have as our farmyard. Certainly while we're growing, that would probably be quite good. But it's a case of seeing really how we go and how we do. We're going to take the extra end off here. I actually started going the wrong way, so we've got 3 ends on this end here, but that's all fine. We're at 76% full, so I think what we'll do is we'll head over, we'll empty into our trailer, and once we've done that, we'll get the hired worker going on this field and get ourselves set up with our baler. So as I said last time, I think I'm going to go square bales to help us along, just to sort of ease things as far as stacking goes. I think we need to be a little bit closer to the trailer. Oh yeah, there we go. Just a little bit closer to the trailer. There we are. So yeah, we're going to look at a square baler. So let's go and do that while this is emptying. Baling technology here. So your standard Kuhn square baler is 105,000. To hire that is 5,355. Cost per day is 1,000. Yeah, we really need to check on our combine and what the cost of that is. So if we have a look at the other balers, the case one here, that is 155. That's 129 for the class. 125. So the Kuhn is actually the cheapest. But I'm really tempted to go for something other than that. Yeah, 105 is the cheapest. I kind of fancy going for something like the Quadrant or maybe the Massey, just to mix things up a little bit. I am going to go therefore. Both of those 155. Wow, both of those are 155. Really quite expensive. We've not used this for a while, so I'll have a look at this. The cost of this is 6,500. It's 1,290 per day, 2,700 per hour. It's yeah, leasing is expensive, is the thing. And this is 180 horsepower. Oh, this is right on the edge of our Fiat as well. So there we go. This is now emptied. Let's get this going again. Set this off with a hired worker from this end. Nicely lined up. We'll give it a little bit of leeway on the edge and hire that and head over here where we find our class quadrant baler. So we'll be fine if we're not on a hill with this. 175, 5 horsepower out is not going to be a horrible issue. I'm just wondering where this is going to connect, given our previous one. Yeah, that connects off to the side as well. So what I'm going to do, actually, is we're just going to disconnect this. We're going to pop into the workshop over here and just change the connector on the back here. I like this, but it's not quite working as I'd hoped. I don't quite like that offset. It's a bit weird to me. So, customize, and it's round the back, and we're just going to stick with the standard one. Doesn't cost us anything to do that customization, thankfully. And there we go. Start her up, and away we go. And we'll hook it up to the glass and get it back to field 33. Yeah, there we go. That works. Oh, why is that not connected? That's a little bit weird. Does that turn on? I think there might be a few, minor issues with that. That does not connect where it should. I think this Fiat needs a little bit of work to it. So there is that. Right, let's get this back to the field and get started. Back down to field 33 now, and we're gonna get our baler unfolded. Start it up. Drop it down. And yeah, our tractor is not going horribly slow or anything. It's not overly liking it, but it can pull it, so that's good news. Lots of black smoke coming out the top though. The nice thing about this map is most of the fields are fairly flat, so that shouldn't cause us an issue with this, and should mean that we're in good stead. Yeah, a little bit of a hill and it does slow down, but we are producing bales at a decent rate. We've got 20%. We got our first bale out. That's why it's saying 20%. And pushing the bales out. How many bales can we get off this field, I wonder? I'm sort of looking at how long it's taking us to get. Well, we've got 2 bales out at this point. Off one side. So I reckon we've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, and then maybe another 4 off each end. So maybe 26 bales would be my estimate off this field. I think that's very doable. 26 bales. That is all of the headlands baled up. And looking at this, we are we've got about 10 bales off here so far, I think, which is pretty good considering we know that when we harvested this field, the headlands gave us about half of our grains, and the main body of the field then gave us the rest of it. So I'm expecting about another 10-ish bales. So maybe only about 20 bales off here, which will be interesting. Interesting to see if that is the case. But yeah, this is this combination actually working really well. I'm liking this class baler on here, and I think we're going to be looking at sort of a bit of a class equipment thing on this map. I've got a nice class. I think I might have a class mower and a class windrower and things like that as well. So I think we might take a look at maybe bringing those on as and when we need them. We are not in a position where we need to do any grass work at the moment. So yeah, not looking to buy mowers and windrowers and things. Our next purchase is probably going to have to be some sort of subsoiler. I think a subsoiler is a really great way to go on this map. We can't replace, we can't do we can't make new fields with that. But at the same time, we can also do cultivating with it. So it both plows and cultivates. So it's two things in one. It's one piece of implement that we get, and it means that we just basically continue on with that. So we have 4 rows back. So 1, 2, 3, yeah, 4 rows back. This does not have a lot of grass in it. This tractor does look really nice. I'm impressed with this. It does have issues with like the connection point for that PTO. I wish that was better. I think this was put online as a beta, so yeah, it doesn't surprise me there are a few issues with it. I really like the price of it though. The price on it is really good for us on here. 175 horsepower for not a huge amount of money is really useful. This is our last full row. We've got sort of a half row there, and then we're going to go and pick up the various little bits of straw that are around the field. That way we maximise how much money we make off this field. It really is a case of, certainly with this and with the oats, we need to do that. We need to maximise. We need to make sure that we get every piece of cash. It's not so bad with the canola, because the canola is, you know, the price is baked into it in one go. I think we're gonna have to do some soybeans on these fields though next. Keep our money up, keep things going. It will be really useful to us, especially in the downtime between these harvests. We basically need to make enough money off this harvest for us to go for as many days as it takes for the crop to get regrown. So, and we've only got one tractor that we're running this with. We will eventually get more tractors, but right now I just wanna keep myself going and make sure that I'm keeping my expenses as low as possible. There we go. Right, and round. Right, we've got one last little bit to get here, and then, oh yeah, there's some bits down the far end of the field. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this over to the oats, because our Lexian is finished now. And then we're going to be able to go and tip those and hopefully get the oats field baled today. It's not a huge field, so it shouldn't take us very long to get that done as well. Right, and we'll unload as we're moving. This is the issue with this baler. The only way to unload the last bale is to get it to weird out. Right, so that is that done. Let's see how many bales did we actually get off that field in the end. Bales created today, 21. So my second estimate of about 20 bales was not far off at all. 26 was maybe a little bit ambitious. But I'm pleased with that. 21 bales off there is going to be great. We will probably get a bale stacker of some description, whichever is the cheaper one, I think. Seeing as we just want to stack and sell. And if we rent that, if we lease that, that would be quite a good way of doing it. Because we're actually not going to use that very often. Which actually makes me go back to maybe we should get a bale trailer then and manually stack them. It would be cheaper, and we could use that if we want to do a transport mission or anything like that. That would work for that. So back up to here and up to field 33. We're going to empty our combine and get that done and dusted. Yeah, and yeah, we have a slightly smaller amount here. So drop off our thing and head over to our trailer and hook this up. I do like this trailer in this colour. This is quite nice in this colour. This would have been a perfect this would have been perfect map to also use the metal tech on, because this, of course, Old Farm Countryside, I think, is a European map. So Marshall is not overly a brand that you'd see in this area. Right, I don't know how full, because we're only 38% full. I don't know how full this is going to get us. Start her up. Pull her back. There we go. Yeah, so we're only about 60% full. Let's have a look at where the best place for us to sell the oats is. Cooperative again. So that's not actually, that's right next to us. So that's really useful. Right, so that is done. Let's take this. And I think we'll end this pretty much where we are with this. We will we'll go and tip this. We'll see how much we make off the oats. We've got 21 bales, but we still need to bale up this field of oats. I think we'll go and cut the canola next time and get that sold, and then we'll go from there. So round we go into the sell point. And tip. There we go. So ending pretty much the same place as we did last time. Seeing how much we can sell. Oh wow, the oats are doing not too badly actually. 18,000. We made more money off that small field of oats than we did off the wheat. That's quite amazing actually. I'm impressed with that. For now though, all that remains is for me to say thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please give it a like, drop us a comment, and give it a share. And for all the latest videos and live streams from Virtual Farmer, please subscribe to the channel, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.